What's going on, y'all? It's the Cool Teacher back again, back with another video. What we're talking about today is how to subtract decimals. Okay, so let's get a problem up on the desk and get going. So what we're going to do here, let's do 10 and 1/10 minus 9 and 875 thousandths. Right? Pretty simple. So first and foremost, like I said in the adding decimals video, which I'll go ahead and link that above, but we want to make sure that we are lining up our decimal points. That is very, 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 very important. So let's get our decimal points lined up and start working this out. So first number I'm gonna start with on top is 10 and 1/10. Now, I know what you're thinking. Why is he starting with this number on top if the other number is bigger? Well, it's not bigger as in having more value. It doesn't. It's bigger in terms of it has more digits. Now, this number over here has 4 digits. This number over here has 3 digits. So this has more digits than this, but the more digits come as a result of it being behind the decimal point. Remember, when a number is a decimal, it means it's part of a whole. So what I'm going to do is show you how I figured out that 10.1 is more than 9.875. I'm going to go ahead and scratch out the numbers behind the decimal point. Now I'm looking at both of the whole numbers. Looking at both the whole numbers, which one is bigger? Exactly. 10 is always going to be bigger than 9. All right? So that is how I determine that 10 has a greater value. Okay? And that's something you could do too. If you're doing a problem, scratch out the decimals and then look at the whole numbers. Usually it is a dead giveaway. Usually. All right? So like I said, I'm going to complete this setup by lining up my decimal points. So decimal point 9 and then 8, 7, and 5. Now, before I go ahead and complete this all the way, I'm going to show you a mistake that a lot of people do. What they'll do is set this up, and then the first thing is be like, oh, okay, cool, let me go ahead and I know this is going to be 5 and this is going to be 7. No, incorrect. All right. This is not going to be like this because, for one, we're not adding, okay? We're subtracting. So just like I did in my adding decimals video, I have to go ahead and put my placeholder zeros, because when it's like this, if there are zeros here now, can I take 5 away from 0? No. Can I take 7 away from 0? No, I can't. So I have to start my borrowing process from back here. So please do not just drop those numbers down because this is subtraction. This is not addition. It's way different with getting it solved. So, like I said, I have to start the borrowing process, right? Now, when I borrow, I like to borrow all my numbers first and then go ahead and start solving my problem. So that's what I'm going to do. So listen carefully if you have trouble with borrowing. Listen carefully because I'm going to go step by step of how to get it all set up so that we can do this properly. Okay? Now, when we borrow, basically the number, we borrow from the number in front. The number in front goes down 1 and gives 10 to the number behind it. Okay? The number in front goes down 1 and gives 10 to the number behind it. That's borrowing in like simple terms for me to say. Okay? All right. So, 0. I cannot take 5 away from 0, so I have to borrow from this. Well, this is already 0, so it has nothing to give. So this 0 has to borrow over here from this. So this has value. This is a 1, so like I said, it goes down 1 and gives 10 to the number behind it, right? So this is now 10. But remember, this is the initial number that's borrowing, that started the whole borrowing process. So now this has to give to the number behind it. So this is going to go down 1, and now this is going to be 10. Okay? Am I done with my whole borrowing process? No. Why am I not? Because I cannot take 8 away from 0. So I have to keep borrowing. Okay? So now this 0 has to borrow from this 0, but since that has no value, it has to borrow from the number next to it. Okay? Now that 1 is going to go down to a 0. This, it is now going to give 10 to the number behind it. Cool. But remember, I can't take 8 away from 0, so this 0 has to borrow from this 10, making it 9. And this is no longer 0. It is now 10, because this 9 gave, this went down 1 and gave 10 to the number behind it. Okay? That is basically what borrowing is. If you have trouble borrowing, I'm going to go ahead and link a video above that shows how to borrow in subtraction if you have trouble. Alright? So, now here comes the easy part, which is basically solving the problem. Alright, so what's 10 minus 5? 5. What's 9 minus 7? 2. What's 10 minus 8? 2. Bring down my decimal point. What's 9 minus 9? 0. What's 0 minus nothing? 0. And here I have my answer. 225 thousandths. Okay? That is how you subtract decimals. It's a little bit, it's not harder than addition. You just have a couple more steps. And that's mainly because of all of this borrowing that we have to do. Okay? So, hopefully that helped you. All right? And hopefully you're not making fun of the way I say borrow. Okay? Or borrowing. Okay? So, hey, don't make fun of me. All right? So, with that being said, if you liked the video and it helped you out, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe if you haven't already. Write me a comment about things you want to see, or if you something specific other than that, tell me your favorite video game, I guess. And other than that, this is TheCoolTeacher, and I'm out.